Hello, my lovelies. It's Miamao10 here, and it is Horror Thursday, or Thursday Horror, however you want to say it. And we are back with Vampyr. This is our third episode of Vampyr. It's not the fastest paced game, but I am enjoying it tremendously. Moose Gaming! Hey buddy, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Always appreciate it. How's your shift going, dude? I love the drama of this intro screen. So dramatic. Let's get into it. Blackmail in Whitechapel. Dun dun dun. Why is it giving me options? No, just continue. That's fine. Hey Ryan, buddy, how you doing? Yeah, no worries, man. I know you're busy. Are you still in that freaking mine? So, Vortor and myself were playing Minecraft a lot today, and just before I left, I had found another mineshaft, abandoned mineshaft, and that's where I left Ryan the last time I saw him. Going good? How are you? I'm good, buddy. I'm good. Tomorrow will be a very telling day of exactly how good or how bad. Oh yeah. Alright. Let's just familiarize ourselves with the controls again, just quickly. So vampiric skills on R1, medical checkup, R2, okay, offhand, main hand, dodge, interactions. Alright, lock target on R3, senses on R3, L3, walk and jog on L, use item, switch main, switch offhand, use item. Alright, and then it just comes back to getting real familiar with everything again, right? Reach Whitechapel. Yes, that is what we're doing next, I remember that. Alright, so we needed to find a different way to get to Whitechapel. I can't use just the regular old main roads, so I've got to use these little dodgy looking back roads over here, which I'm sure we'll find a whole bunch of skull. I believe we upgraded as much as we could before we left the last time. Yeah, I'm at 65 experience right now. John Vardy, welcome to the stream. I added Mia and Moose on Discord. Well, cool, man, thanks. I hope that means I'll be able to see more of your paintings that I've been raving about. Let me just make sure I'm in the right direction. Yes. Right. Is there a mini-map? No. Whitechapel Street, so that's a good sign. Yeah, let's go up here and see what's up here. Just got to remember to come back this way again. Dead inside. Can I get in? No. Wear a mask, save your life. Or oh, I remember this spot.
Burn it, boys!
Are you serious right now? Run! This is not good. Right. I could have just jumped up there, people. Interesting. If you have Facebook, you can look at a bunch there. Ooh. Do I just look up John Barty? When you say you added us, John, do you mean you joined the Discords? Because if you have, then please, by all means, I will even set up a tab for you. I am in love with your paintings. No lie, not a word of a lie, dude. Alright. Get away from me, don't touch me. Okay, there's someone here. There. Help, some damn strangers are attacking me.
It's locked, all right.
Okay, locked from this side. Should have maybe have grabbed those rats. Although I'm not too bad at the moment. Why didn't I hear any dialogue? Get away from me, don't touch me with your disgusting hands. I don't know how to get to this chick. I think it's a woman, anyway. Can't really tell. Are you alright, dude?
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
I want to eat this guy. Let me catch up with you guys. Yes, I went to Zoo's friend code list and added you guys, sent requests. Sweet, wonderful. Just a quick hello before sleep. Well, thank you so much, Malia. I appreciate it. Also have a shop page called Dragon Lily Tattoo in gallery. I'll definitely have a look at that, John. If I could ask you a favor, if you could just pop me a message in the Discord with that title for the shop page, that would be awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna mesmerize this guy. Nom noms. Nom noms. I don't know if I did the right thing.
Deserve such punishment. My only regret is that no one will mourn me, for I have never been loved.
Dang. Brutal. Box of pulls, some money. What else is here? Well, I don't know, I just didn't like him. He seemed like he was someone who took advantage of the less fortunate, so... Ta-ta. Goodbye. I missed something that I was meant to pick up here. Alright, there we go. That was an interesting little side quest thing. Let's see here. Did I get everything? I think so. Cool. Is this? Yeah, this is just where I came in. Okay. Cool. Do. I had to eat. So John, what medium do you use? I meant to ask you before and I keep forgetting. Alright. Alright, so I believe this gate is locked. No, not. Okay. Uh-oh, not good. What? My freaking controller is plugged in, what do you mean? I did not do too badly there, considering they hit me a few times. Oh wait, isn't this where those weird things were? Sorry guys, give me just a moment, I'm so sorry. Hold on. I may have to switch out controllers here guys, give me a minute. Well, you can still hear me, even if I do this. Oh my goodness, yes, I'm going to reconnect in a second. I seem to be having a problem with my charger cable on my controllers. Not good, not good, not good. Let's see how far this one is on charge. It shows it's full, so here's hoping. Here's hoping. And we're back. Alright. Where did I come in? Was it that gate? Where am I now? Alright, we'll check out this house real quick. And then here. Report about Pembroke. So, having observed the Pembroke Hospital for 2 weeks now, and we can confirm vampire activity there. First, we now have proof of the presence of a female leech inside the hospital. The beast is clever. She acts like a mental patient to hide her true unholy condition. I personally sneaked inside the hospital and heard the creature whining about her need for blood since her body is decaying. But it gets worse. The administrator of Pembroke Hospital is Dr. Swansea. According to our team leader, Amanda Tilton, who died yesterday in a fight against the skull by the canal, he may be a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. If that's true, then there may be something going on at Pembroke. Maybe even a nest of vampires, protected by those bloody traitors of the stole. We don't know what to do, but we are convinced you better come quickly with reinforcements and heavy gear. From Scout Louis Cagney to Mr. Jeffrey McCullum. Interesting. What did I just pick up? A used Priven. Okay. Great. But yeah, I'm finding it's definitely important to go in depth into the areas that you're coming by, especially the houses that are open, because you tend to find a lot of things in them. Right. Let's see here. That doesn't really make sense. Can't go down there. Right, so we're gonna have to go backtrack again. What? Can't get through there either. There must be a way to get there. Am I on the right track now? It looks like it. Alright, we're definitely going to come across a few encounters here.
Ain't safe here for these swans! Oh Christ! Filthy fucking beast! Watch it! It's a killer! That's gonna hurt!
That'll do. Are you carrying anything? Yes. Yes, you were. Alright, yeah, we've definitely not been this way before. Guard the freedom of us all, join the Royal Fleet. Just make sure we're still going the right way here. What is... Alright, we seem to be doing not too badly on the navigation. I wish there was a mini-map though. Alright, so I'm going to have to get past these guys.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye. Best turn around if I were you. Mine!
Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. Wow, my phone's just going bonkers behind me. Alright, where are we? Hello, Madfish! Welcome to the stream and Banana Tom. Welcome, guys. Good to see you. Very good to see you. Let me do this real quick. Alright, so we should be right here. Is it in here? How the heck am I supposed to get in there? Okay, hold on, let's see if we can get through this gate here. Alright, well, we're right there.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Okay, so it seems that I'm going into a slightly more dangerous area here. Petrescu, so straight and then the first right. Okay. Oh boy. Something just went down over here.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me. Drugs for the sick and suffering. Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Trying to figure out what to do with this lot.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Wow.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
Okay.
Free? You may soon find out that you have simply traded one set of shackles for another.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I have a future here.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
He's not very friendly, is he?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Wow. Oh, was there anything else here? No. Alright.
Goodbye, young man.
Dead end.
Another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Where's this guy?
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
Hold on, let me... Dude, I think the voice actor playing your character is the voice of Aloy's Nora Trader friend in HCD. Oh, really? Ooh. You should look it up and see. Maybe it is. He's got a really good voice.
You don't have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Okay, there's nothing else I can do for this.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live.
Sorry, guys. Hey, Fumbles! Thanks, hon. I appreciate that very much. Worknet being a poo-poo head. Aw, I'm sorry, Moose. Sorry, buddy. Welcome back. Alright, there's nothing else apparently. Wait. Personal questions? Oh. Well, let's say this first.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just failed me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock. I've seen a few cases like yours. This is nothing you should be ashamed of, Benjamin. And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
I'm not ashamed. I just need my pills. Peace and quiet, that's all.
New hint available, okay.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills.
Oh!
But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Interesting. Bit of information there. Alright, let me just double check. Well, there's not much else I can do here for this
A
dude.
gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Alrighty. I guess that's it. I need to make my way
The wet boots will be proud of me.
this way. Who are you?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Okay. Sure. Any intriguing local
Tell
figures?
me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Did I eat Cadogan Bates by any chance? That would be funny. Okay, can't ask her anything there.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Okay.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Alright, Swanborough cordial. We'll buy one of those. Glass vials, ferrous tartrate, codeine, potassium, opium. She sells opium? Yeah, I've got... I think I've still got ferrous. Okay, so she's someone you can buy things from.
Cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
Sort of bloody joke
As
to you,
long as you
innit?
have the money.
Stealing drugs from the sick and suffering.
Oh, that's that dude that we spoke to earlier.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many.
Alright, where are we?
Flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Okay, how would I do that?
I will return later.
What? He left? Where the hell did he go? Okay, I need to find a way around the back.
It's locked.
Dang it. How the heck am I supposed to get inside?
No one's there.
This freaking... And I can't get through here. Huh, I'm a little confused here. I'm not entirely sure how this works. Can I look? Investigate his actions. How do I investigate his actions? Tom? Hi Fumbles Moose. Hey Madfish. Hey Maddie, sorry I'm lurking. Not a problem, Tom. I can hear but not see. Laugh out loud. Go through his garbage. Can I go through his garbage? Where the heck is his garbage? I was wondering if maybe you could give me a hint as to exactly what I need to do here. So they're telling me to investigate this guy, but you can't see now, so no worries, I will figure it out. Hold on. There is a way into the back. No, I didn't want to knock.
There's nobody here.
I don't know where he is. I'm looking. Is there not an upstairs to sneak into? No, not that I can see. Oh, Dorothy's here. I need to get into this building. How in the heck? Okay, well we know where Dorothy is. I'm struggling to remember this exact bit. Not a problem, bud. I just thought I'd ask. But yeah, I'm a little confused as to what it wants me to do. Because both of the gates that go in here locked. Yeah, I don't know. Gotta talk your way in, I think. It should be to the left of those double gates you were at.
There's no one in.
It just keeps telling me there's no one in there. When I go here, I can see them in there. They're in here, but I don't know how to get in.
I cannot enter.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm genuinely at a loss here right now, because this is taking me way far away from it.
You're mine!
Thought maybe I could find a back way in there, but no. This is definitely where I need to be, I just don't know how to get in.
It's locked.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
There's no one else here to talk to. Freaking hell. Use vampire sensors at the double gate to overhear him talking to Crane is supposed way to complete. Okay. So I used my senses, but I couldn't hear them. Well, frick. I don't think I'm close enough. Oh, there he is. There we go. Okay, I get it.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me, just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius.
Okay,
Nearby
so
the church they just mentioned.
find the inhabitants in Whitechapel. Find Richard Nithercott and Clayton Darby. Is it this way?
Nice, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Okay, someone else to get stuff from.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Well, it's bottomless, you're not gonna...
Violence is increasing.
Excuse me, guys.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Skulls.
How is business around here?
Business? I had no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Okay.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Okay. Nothing there.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Let's see what you have, dude. Basically the regular stuff, but at least it's good to know he is here.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Good night, John. Thank you so much for being in the stream. I really appreciate it, coming to watch the stream. I just lost all my English there for a second. God of War Part 6 is out. Sweet Moose, guys. Definitely want to go and have a look at that. Moose is doing God of War. I think this is the second one he's still busy with, I think. But either way, you definitely want to go check that out. Pop a Moose link in there for any of you who don't know.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Gosh, you're an unfriendly bunch.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Interesting.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
So not an all-round bad guy. Mostly bad, but there's a good side to him.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Alrighty. Let's see, where are my 2 targets? Before we speak to what looks like a journalist. Yes, number 2. Awesome stuff. So I had that right.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Okay, just dropping into back to work. Well, thank you, Ogre. I really appreciate it, buddy. And I hope your shift goes smoothly and quickly.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind a church.
Alrighty.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Is that the poet over there?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not
I know there's a
apologize, my
priest.
son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Oh my word.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Oh, you're a piece of work.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
This guy's voice does not... It makes me feel creepy.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Wow. Wow. Dude. Okay.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
This guy's a real piece of work.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupt city.
I know who that is.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
Zoo Games, buddy, hey! Miamao, I found it. Check your Discord when you get a chance. Okay. Interesting game, personal morality versus personal survival. NPCs have depth and consequences. Yeah, very much so. And welcome to the stream, Night Racer.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Blech. Yeah, goodbye.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Ta-ta. Doodles. Okay, where is my other... Alright.
I'm cheap and
Did I hear that right? It's a Lady of the Night. We're gonna bypass that Lady of the Night right now. I'm more interested in my quarry. Huh. Flower bouquet. A small bouquet with a voucher for free medical checkup hidden between the flowers. Interesting. My dearest, most beloved children, I am so sorry you have not heard from me for a few months. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by war. But there is also a war going on here in England, a war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight despite my advanced years. This is why I am writing you today. I won't be coming back to Romania, but probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You are grown up now, and you have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now, to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you all the way from this cold, damp country. I am as ever your loving father, Darius Petrescu.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Alright, just gotta find this other duty. Okay, how do I get to...
It's locked, all right.
Oh, for pity's sake.
It's locked.
Alright, so I'm not going in from that direction. Keep out of this area by order of the Board of Health. If you say so. Yeah, here we go. Oh! He's got the death shakes going on. Let me just catch up here. Okay, works good. I'll definitely have a look at my Discord like ASAP, Zoo. You found it. Very curious about what it is that you found.
Angel made flesh, I tell you.
Oh boy.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Okay.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in the city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Oh boy.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear doctor.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Okay.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Okay.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Alright. Now we just need to get back to where we came from. I believe it's this way. Nope, wrong way. Alrighty.
I'm cheap and
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know so much about that lady. Alright, so I assume how you ask the questions here.
Just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
There we go. We're in. I wonder if I should speak to the old guy a little more. I'm just gonna loot you while I'm here.
It's locked, all right.
If that's okay, I'm just gonna look around, take your stuff. There's a bunch of locked safes in here. Take your change, you know. That's perfectly normal. I think let me go speak to Dorothy Crane first. You can always come and talk to him again. Oh, I hear a skull.
I need help.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
I don't know.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Ew, that sounded gross.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Yes. We did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. To what do I owe? I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
The risks you've taken for your friends in Whitechapel are criminal, and you can pay dearly for them.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Huh. Now here's a dilemma, guys. I don't know which one to pick here. I could end her off, but there's too many people that know I'm here. Charming her, I don't know how that's going to help. Drain her? Tom says drain her. What if I wreck my whole game because I drain her? That's the inclination I have, is to just end it. That is my inclination. I drained her for the record. I believe you did. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know. What am I going to do? Shall we just leave it to the spin? I'll look away. Whatever it lands on, that's what we're doing. Well, if I let go, it stops. That doesn't help. That's the risk. There's consequences for all three options.
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
Kill the beast, save the child.
I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
Interview with a vampire, mesmerized level new citizen available to kill. Well, it's what's done is done, guys. What's done is done. I opted to go for ending it. I know there's going to be repercussions because Darius knows I'm up here. Oh, what on earth? Okay, I can give you one piece of advice. Yeesh. So drain and charm give very similar outcomes, minus you getting fed. Gotcha. Well, done now. She's in a better place.
There's safer places to be than here. It's
How the hell did they get in here? I thought this was supposed to be some kind of safe haven. What the hell? You yushing because I killed her, Maddie? Well, hide the body. I don't know that I can. Your belly? Yeah, she's in a safer place. My belly. Alright, wait, there's a cabinet here. Find a way to Darius Petrescu's house. I came from there.
What a sound! There's one of them!
I don't like this guy behind me. I feel like this thing is do I need to get back into the house? Oh no, wait, right here.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
Alright, let me catch up here real quick. Luca, welcome to the stream. Hello, you're doing a great job. Well, thank you.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Oh dear, Doris. I'm so sorry. This is not going to end well.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Okay.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Why do I get the feeling I'm going to regret having finished off poor Dorothea? Dr. Kill 'em all? No, I don't want to do a kill 'em all thing. The thing with her is if I'd let her go, she probably would have continued with the blackmail, and eventually that would have become a problem, and yes. Charming her, I don't see how that would have helped, and yeah, so the only other option was to finish it off. This reminds me of Dishonored 2. Ah. Ops? Oops, what? Ops, oops, ops. Ops. My pleasure, buddy. Do you have family left?
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu?
We know he does.
Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Oh no, it's one of the choice games like Detroit Become Human. Yeah. He sounds like my grandpa.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. But I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Okay. Was that all the personal questions?
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Guess there's nothing else to say to him. I'm just gonna finish robbing you real.
It's locked.
Okay, we don't have that key. So how do I eat this guy? L2. No. I don't think there's anything. There wasn't a prompt to chomp this guy. Oh, there we go. I forgot. Sorry, dude. I can't have witnesses.
Who will assist Dorothea helping our comrades now that I die?
No one, because Dorothea's already done for. Sorry. Where was that other box? What? Why does this look different? Oh, here we go. Why is this thing still telling me to find a way into his house? Camellia. In silence she walks like the early queens of forgotten countries, where I sometimes travel through my long sleepless nights. In silence she walks, and her smiles speak for her. The ancient tongue of the Pythia, heard only by the fools searching for their fate, and I know her name. Is as fragile as the flower she gives, and I know her voice would nail my heart to the ground, as she always passes by without answering me. Oh, that must be from the poet. Alright. We're out of here. We're going back to the hospital. Let's see, what's the best route back to the hospital? Actually, it might be back that way. I find it ironic that there's a priest right there and a lady of the night right just below him. Got quite a bit of experience from Doris and Dorothea. That'll come in handy. Let's just keep following the road.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy!
Shit. I have a feeling these guys are they're like mini bosses.
We have to stop it!
Wow. So that was a trap, huh? Apparently it was a bad idea, boys. Oof, I'm gonna need to eat soon. Was I already up here? I I feel like I was. Yep, almost there. Alrighty, we made it back here. I think I'm in the back of the hospital. Because I also found a further clue about that, the crazy lady.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind.
Investigation succeeded. Well, yay, we got one done. Marvelous.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
Let me see here.
Time has lost its effect on me.
But
the suffering continues.
Give me a second. Yeah, suck his blood and then he will be more wrinkly. Now these people don't come back as vampires? No. So this goes on the basis, on the original basis, that you had to drink from a vampire to become a vampire. Interesting story. I like vampires because of Lost Boys. Ooh, Lost Boys is one of my favorite movies. Oh, it's the Doctor, the Whitechapel Ripper. Maybe? I don't know. I know a game you would like called Watch Dogs Legion. Cool. My grandma, that crazy lady. Heading to bed. Take care, Mia and chat. Good night, Ryan. Sleep tight, bud. I'll catch you soon, man. Thanks for being here. And thanks for playing with me today. That was a ton of fun. Alright, so that one's done. So, do we go and talk to the nice posh lady? She was in here? Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Bum bum bum.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say, I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed. Permanently. You will not be bothered anymore by the woman.
And who was this woman?
If you must know, she worked under my employ as Nurse Crane. But I'll wager that's not what will be written on her gravestone.
You killed her? Is that what you consider discretion and diplomacy, Dr. Reed?
I did what I thought was best, and acted accordingly.
You will learn that trust is a rare and precious commodity in the Immortals world, my young doctor. And your actions have not induced me to offer you my support.
Bitch! What? Wow. Well, duh, obviously.
A vampire. Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon.
Ah, the skull.
We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
There you go, biter. There's your answer. Just like interview with a vampire. Holy, that scared me. Moose. I have been playing, streaming Watch Dogs. Yep. Something is ALK. Something is. It's big. Thanos. Okay.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Okay.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
Okay.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
I'm so confused by this woman.
What type of vampire is a skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Skulls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
Okay. Ooh.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Very well, but I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
A lot of talking. Let me catch up with you guys real quick. My girlfriend came to visit today because I was lonely and wanted company. Oh, that's nice. Hey, Bider. I would donate if I could. Oh, you don't have to, Luca. I am gonna shout out on Miamao because she's a good streamer. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Luca. I am also 27 forever. Yes, Madfish. 27 forever. Someone will notice because she is not getting older. True.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Okay. Doubt it.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
Maddie! Damn, I'm 33 in 4 days, damn. Vampire training class. Oh, it's almost your birthday, bud. Cool. You could be 33 forever. 17 in 2 months. Teach me.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Okay.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society, and like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
Alright, is that it?
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Alright, that was a lot of talking, man. A lot of talking. But I think we got a lot done today. Gosh, I really need to wash the floors in this hospital. Nope. Where is it? Okay. Treatment for a headache.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
First... nothing else in here, right? No boxes. Alright, let me catch up with you guys real quick. If vampirism means my back sorted, I'll take it. Interesting thing about me, well, interesting little fact about me is I've always said that if they were real, and they are, or I was given the choice, that I would say yes. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Dude, covered birthday, that's the worst. I'm gonna have one too. Yep, I had one last year. Thank you, Biter. Thank you very much. I have been watching Alice and Borderland. Meh, I can still have a few beers and play on the PlayStation, so I'm good, Luca. COVID or not. Nice dude, play with your buds. Treatment for lumbago. Me too. Alright, so we have 8,700 skill points. And I have been wanting to get into these here. But they're still locked. We are going to unlock this. So Shadow Mist and Does that mean these are unlocked? Indeedy. Alright, Rage. Some abilities are so powerful that even vampires fear them. Rage is one of them. The vampire loses control and unleashes the beast within to do their dirty work. The beast teleports itself on targets around them, striking with an unfettered fury. Because of this dark nature, this type of ability cannot be used too often. Just release the beast, my friend. It's more satisfying than you think. And then this one, Abyss. Some abilities are so powerful that they're okay. The vampire concentrates, summoning the shadows in their purest, darkest forms. These shadows capture the vampire's prey and toys with it like a cat with a mouse. After a brief moment, the shadows strike, impaling their prey. Because of its dark nature, okay, can't be used too often. Even a powerful vampire is terrified to be seized by the tendrils of darkness. Blood Cauldron. The vampire concentrates their power on one target and makes the victim's blood boil. Ooh! Through this process, the vampire will regenerate and absorb part of the target's blood. The vampire will release their prey after a few seconds, leaving damaging blood cells within them. These cells will continue to impact their host before exploding after a short time. The blast would affect any living creature near the host. Because of its dark nature, controlling blood is one thing, modifying the blood cells are another. Sweet! We've unlocked everything. Biderbeck, Vampire Hunter. No! Bider, why? Nope, when I watch Lost Boys, I love vampires. Monster Squad. Laugh Out Loud Monster Squad. That's a classic. What are you gonna be, Van Bider? Eh? Yeah, we need to up these ones over here. Ooh, we have a Bobby Demon Lemon come to say goodnight.
Good night, Marvel.
Good night, my boy. Sleep tight. I'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Okay.
Good night, stream.
I'm sure everyone will say goodnight.
Are you playing with anyone?
Hey?
You playing with anyone?
I'm streaming. Love you. That's a classic. Fright Night. Give that a go. Oh my gosh. Fright Night is one of my all-time favorite vampire movies. I know it seems silly, but I absolutely love it. Which one was that now? I noticed his eyes are looking rather rough. I don't know if that's because I need to eat. What was the other one I wanted to do? Tactical Spring, Shadow Veil, Defensive. That's it. Yeah, I knew you guys were all saying goodnight. Sinner, Pet Cemetery. I'm a classic horror movie kid. Yeah, love my classic horrors. Stephen King is awesome. Cause you're a vampire, maybe? Yet more proof of the violence and danger that lurks in London. A young nurse, Miss Dorothy Crane, was found dead yesterday morning behind the walls of what seemed to be an illegal dispensary where the local sick sometimes went to get medical support from identified activists. There was no doubt about the cause of Miss Crane's passing. The poor woman had died from blood loss following what the police described as a massive wound to her throat. That macabre scene was but the epitome of the current situation in Whitechapel. Its inhabitants are criminals, bandits or madmen disguised as citizens of London. Interestingly, no hospital admitted to have employed the victim. The dispensary has immediately been closed by decision of the London City Council's Board of Health. As always, the soft and liberal minds already object that this closure of the only local medical facility can only increase the mortality rate and put the locals' health at further risk. One cannot help but dread the time when these people's brutality will seep through the walls of the city itself. It is our role as civilized people to protect our families, our brethren, and of course ourselves. SLA. They didn't mention poor old Darius. So this, what's this? I've eaten her. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's not looking too great. Stable. Stable only, you say? Got a cold? Oh dear. Fatigue. Headache. Oswald Thatcher, you say? Whitechapel's not looking too good right now. What are these over here? Interesting. It's still telling us to go into Darius's house. Why? I don't know why. Silent Hill was a good movie. The game is even better. It needs a PS4, PS5 update. I agree, Bider. Very much agree. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for Vampyr tonight. It was a very interesting episode. And I'm a little concerned that I may have actually done more harm than good when I took out Dorothea Crane. Crane, however her name is pronounced. But I guess time will tell, right? Still a bit confused about why it wants us to go back to Darius's house. But it doesn't show me Darius's house, so that's weird. It actually shows me this. Yeah, so the next thing we'll be doing when we come back is going to talk to Dr. Swansea, give him the results of that dude's blood. I could not watch Jeepers Creepers, I was too scared, I'm 17. Oh gosh, Jeepers Creepers wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad at all. I found it to be rather mild, actually, some of it quite comedic. But anyway, yeah, I enjoy horror movies very, very much. Anyway, guys, I will see you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. CDT. Well, between 7 and 8 p.m. CDT tomorrow night. All depending how my day goes. You all know the drill. You know. Have fun, whatever you're doing. Be safe wherever you are. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Moose. Thank you very much. I wish I could friend you. You're more than welcome to sub Luca. I would be very pleased to see you again. Alright, guys. Take care. See you soon. Bye.